Juss Dre. Such a pleasure to see you today. How are
Likewise,
you? How are you?
likewise. Everything groovy. I don't got no complaint.
That's beautiful.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
glad to hear it.
Yes,
For
ma'am.
those who have never heard of Juss Dre, could you tell them who you are?
Well, to the world, because none of you have heard of me, I'm Juss Dre. Hail from Brooklyn, New York. Currently doing whatever I can do out here in Virginia. Producer, writer, engineer in the making. Kind of the thinking force behind Team Mason Music, and the Team Mason presents, Juss Dre presents Special Ops Warfare Volume 1 that's soon to hit you guys in January.
All right. I had an opportunity to listen to it.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. How many songs did you produce, or?
Um, Off the top of my head, I could probably say 4 to 5. Engineered maybe 1 or 2, featured on possibly 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's a great collaboration of a lot of different sounds, a lot of different tones and beats, and it's really good.
Well, thank
It's
you.
really good.
Thank you. God be the glory. God be the glory.
So you mentioned that you hail from Brooklyn.
Mhm.
What is your story?
Oh, wow. My story is pretty typical, you know. Just grew up in Flatbush, Brooklyn. Experienced and encountered things that I believe most people from my neighborhood and my area would come in contact with. The type of things, the type of oppositions that they would have to fight against. Come from a really good background, was rooted in the principles of the biblical text and Jesus Christ, and went through a time of testimony, and came out and been trying to live on the right track ever since, using my time, talents, and treasury to glorify the kingdom.
Beautiful. What is your inspiration for doing music?
Huh. I think to answer that question, we had to break down which aspect. Like the production part is just I grew up around musical parents. That's my baby in the background. That's okay. Grew up around some musical parents. They were always played different records. Always just been a fan of music. And Brooklyn is a real cultural place where you get to get exposed to a lot of different things. So drum corps and just, I don't know, I just really love the musical composition portion of it. If we're talking about writing, then I have to say my brother, and my sister, and my mother. My mother wrote poetry, my brother rapped, my sister wrote poetry as well. So of course I'm just trying to follow in their footsteps. At the age of 11 or 12, my grandmother died, and I decided to write about it, and I kind of stumbled upon this gift.
What are some of your musical influences?
Mm. As as blasphemous as it might sound or what have you, a lot of my influences come from 90s hip hop, you know, maybe a Slick Rick, Rakim, which was in the 80s. Again, just hearing different types of sounds from my brother, what my brother's record collection would be. He used to DJ or what have you. And I say my mother, the Tremaine Hawkins, Going Up Yonders, the Kojic background music. Then having friends that were West Indian in culture, Shabba Ranks, all different types of music, just an eclectic feel to music, and I've just got inspired by it all, you know, even down to drum corps music, just the cadences that you experience in a drum corps. So I've drawn inspiration from a lot of different places, so my music sounds, you know, spread over a gamut, you know, so.
Mm-hmm. If you could collaborate with any artist, past or present, who would you want to collaborate with today?
Wow, that's a tough one. Collaborate with any artist, past or present. Whew. Wow, that's a good question. I would probably collaborate first with Rakim. Lyrically, he's beastly. I don't think that we've really found anybody to this point that can really rock with him as far as putting together words him and AZ, him or AZ would be great. Two great lyricists. On the singing side, I've always wanted to do a record with Coco for whatever reason. I don't know, but other than that, I don't really have anybody that I really thought about having a collaboration with. But I do welcome collaborations in the future. You know, it's not that I'm cut off, but those are like 2 or 3 people that it would really be good to get in the studio just to see how they work and the mind behind their writing process.
Right. What do you plan to do to keep people interested in your music?
I'm just gonna keep making what I do. I'm gonna do what I do, and then I'm pray the Lord blesses it, and however He blesses it, however He chooses to move on it, in it, or through it, that's up to Him. This is not gonna make me or break me. A lot of artists may be after financial gains, you know, chasing Mercedes, Benzes, and this, that, and the third. Or I can honestly say at this point, I'm straight. Whenever I've prayed for something, the Lord has really blessed me with it. I already drive Mercedes, and I already own a house and all that great stuff, so it's really not a material pursuit for me. So, as long as the Lord will bless it, as long as the Lord will, you know, give me the desire to make it, then I'll continue to make it. I'll continue to make it. Sorry.
Okay. You have a lot of artists under your wing right now. I guess in collaboration with you, the Team Mason artists.
Mm-hmm.
What piece of advice do you give them in your, you know, dealings with them in their recording?
As far as all the Team Mason artists, it's probably about 2 or 3. I think of them as co-artists. I don't really think of myself as a boss or anything like that, so I don't really try to input myself into their music. Eris, Dre L, Sequin Barnes, they all have their own individual styles, and they're all extremely gifted, even more so than me in some cases, so I don't try to input myself into their music or try to encourage them to do a certain style. What I will do is critique, you know, discipline in the booth, you know what I mean? If they trying to sneak past with a word, you know, when they try to sneak a breath in or some little intricate details that might show up on the track, those are the things I try to coach on. But other than that, their music is their music, and whatever way I can help or facilitate them in getting their music out, that's what I'm here for.
The Special Ops Warfare Volume 1 mixtape is about to drop soon.
For sure.
How do you feel about it?
I feel really good about it. You know, I feel really good about it. I feel like it's been a long time coming. And I'm just excited more so, not even for people to hear me, but to hear the people that I've been working with. Like, I just feel like, even on the local scene, certain individuals get a lot of burn, a lot of attention. So there's some really good people with really good music that need to be heard. So I'm excited for the world to hear their offering as well as mine.
And see, we have a special guest. Can you introduce everyone to this cute little thing?
That's Brooklyn. Say hi, Teddy Bear. Say hi, Teddy Bear.
She's adorable.
Okay.
In the developing of the mixtape, what was it that you hoped and prayed that the listener would gain?
The prayer is that beyond having good music up there, or beyond hearing a good song that you can ride to or dance to or whatever, just zone out to, the prayer is that somebody will hear something that is an encouragement, that connects to them in spirit, and induces a change, if you will, acts as a catalyst. I pray that the music will be a catalyst for change in somebody's life, or a catalyst for encouragement to enter somebody's life. Songs like Dark Corners, they're really deep, heart-hitting songs, heartfelt. That's a real personal look into marriage and things of that nature. So I'm just hoping people are encouraged and ultimately are drawn closer to the cross somehow.
Now you know everybody wants to contact you. How can we reach you? Instagram, Twitter, Facebook?
Well, you need to go through my agent, Brooklyn. She'll be taking all my calls and emails. So now you can catch me at Juss Dre Music with a K at gmail.com. That's JUSSDREMUSIK at gmail.com. Catch me on Twitter at Juss Dre Music with a C, I think. Or Reverb Nation, www.reverbnation.com/Juss Dre Music.
Is that with a C or a K?
I'm not sure. I'll research that and get back to you.
You're so funny. Well, we thank you so much for taking time out to talk to us today, and we wish you much success with the mixtape and with everything that you set out to do.
Pray for us. Pray for us.
Will do. Thank you so much.
Drum.